Yeah, have you seen that clip of what is it with Kathy Lee Giffords brings on the autistic boy?
No.
Who so it's like some school where like a jock, it's like, you won't believe this story, where in shithole
Right.
Kansas, a small town of 5 people, where a little autistic boy with no friends, that was a loser that nobody wanted to hang out with, he sucked, frankly. When one of the jocks from the school made the brave stance of not bullying him and pretending to be his friend,
Yeah.
and then they fucking
Like sitting with him at lunch.
yeah,
Gives
sitting
him
with him
Jordans.
at lunch, yeah.
Today we meet our newest Everyone Has a Story contest winner. Nancy Hirsch wrote us about her son, Zach, and the one choice he made that changed another boy's life forever. We'll meet everyone in a minute, but first let's listen to Nancy's letter.
I write to you today about my oldest son, Zach. Zach is an accomplished athlete and student enjoying tremendous success. I think, though, that his greatest accomplishment occurred one day last winter in his high school cafeteria. Zach noticed a freshman boy seated alone at a table meant for 10, surrounded by hundreds of students. The sight of this pulled heavily on Zach's heartstrings. He didn't know how the boy would respond, but he decided he was going to take a chance and sit with him. He got up from his usual spot the next day and sat with this boy. Thankfully, the boy, named Graham, while very surprised, a little unsure, seemed happy for the company. They found out that they both possessed a huge love of sports, and while their conversations usually centered around that, as their friendship grew, their conversations went much deeper than that. Shortly after their many lunches together, I met Graham's mom, Melissa. She conveyed to me that she was unsure if Zach understood the impact his friendship had on Graham. She told me that it was a life-changing experience for Graham. She explained that Graham is autistic, Asperger's syndrome to be exact, which significantly affects language and social skill development, especially peer interaction. Amazingly, things have changed since Graham met Zach. Melissa says for the first time ever, Graham is reaching out to others. He has embraced his new friendship with Zach, who she says is Graham's first friend. He now has a desire for social interaction than he never ever had before. His confidence and ability to reach out to others has dramatically improved. He is taking more chances and says himself that what he learned from Zach is to challenge yourself even when you don't want to. Melissa cannot put into words the profound impact of Zach's friendship. It has altered the course of Graham's life. It took time and patience, as well as a genuine concern for someone else, for Zach to approach Graham that day in the cafeteria. Hundreds of students passed him daily, but Zach made the effort to reach out. He made this special relationship happen, one which will have a continuous positive effect on another's life.
And then so they bring him in, and then they have the autistic boy there, and then all the women, Kathy Lee Giffords and like those other dumb women on the show, they've just been like hot cunts their entire life. And now they're rich, and like they can't relate. There's no way they could possibly relate to this autistic boy. And she's like looking at him, and she's like, "And Jonathan, how did it make you feel when Brock?"
I don't know feelings.
Yeah. And he's like, "I don't know, fine." And she's like, "But isn't it just so crazy that he wanted to be friends with you? Isn't that just make you feel great?"
Nancy and Zach are here along with Graham Jackson and his mom, Melissa.
Welcome,
what
everybody.
a sweet
Yeah,
story.
I didn't think I was going to tear up so much about this one. But that's what touched David and our staff and me so much about your letter, was about as one single act of kindness. What made you do it, Zach?
I actually knew about Graham's situation a little bit beforehand because his cousin, Dave Johnson, was on my basketball team, so I'm really good friends with him. And a few days in a row, I'd seen Graham sitting by himself, and at that point, I knew he was a freshman, and I just felt that no one needs to be, sitting at lunch alone, especially when it's tough for him to make friends being a freshman and everything.
Graham, what was it like when Zach sat next to you that day?
It was very good, and I felt like I just made a friend.
Wow.
Was it surprising to you, sweetie? Had you been sitting there quite a while, all alone like that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
And Nancy, is Zach just the kind of guy who he seems like a great human being, obviously, but he's that sort of guy. Tell us about him.
Well, from an early age, Dave and I tried to instill in our kids, treat people the way you would want to be treated. And that's something I learned from my amazing mom, and he obviously caught on. I mean, not just through our words, but hopefully our actions, and he just is an amazing.
And Melissa, it must have meant a lot to you to hear about this. Tell us your perspective.
It was amazing. Graham came home that day and said, "Guess who I had lunch with today?"
Really?
And I said, "Who?" And he said, "Zach Hirsch." I'm like, Really?
Big sports star.
It was.
Big guy on campus.
Exactly. I was very surprised.
Wow. And how has it changed your son?
Oh, it's changed him in every way you can imagine, and only for the better. He has learned so much about himself. It's changed the way he looks at the world, the way he looks at other people, and it's just had a life-changing effect on him.
Now, you've gone off to college now, right?
Yep.
So you guys are like long-distance buddies, I would suppose.
Yeah, we email a couple times a week, and after Nebraska football games or big NFL games, he'll always give me a call and give me the score updates because he loves sports, and it's always great to talk to him.
And Graham, I see that you seem like quite the athlete too. I see you out there throwing the baseball. Are you enjoying sports in school?
No, I'm just the manager of the baseball team.
Hey, you know, excuse
Don't
me.
say just.
That means you're the boss.
Yes, it means you run things.
You're the boss, buddy. Yeah, you are.
Very cool.
Oh, well, we are just really inspired by just a single act of kindness. Did you get any flack from it from any of your friends?
No, not really. Actually, a lot of my friends back home did great things and have befriended him so much, and he's got so many more friends. That's just a testament to him to go around and start socializing and meeting new people.
Excellent.
This is so exciting.
I can't wait to hear the song, by the way.
We have the beautiful Kate Baldwin, who's just so glorious in Finian's Rainbow on Broadway right now. And she's got also a fabulous new CD out.
does
I
she?
just started listening to it this morning.
How is it?
She sings the songs of Lane and Harburg, and no one less other than Hal Prince gives her, like seal of approval.
Wow.
So
All right.
David and I wrote a very, very special song for you guys, and Kate's going to sing it for us as soon as we come back right after this.
And she's just handling it so poorly.
And she sang to him.
Yeah, then they have the song from the guy, and then they had some fucking guy write a song for the autistic boy, and it's like.
And Kathy Lee performed it.
No, Kathy didn't perform. Oh yeah, she sings the
did.
song.
She
But
sings
the lyrics
the
of the
song.
song. The lyrics of the song are like, "When you're a fucking loser, no one wants to hang out with you." But then the kindness of a stranger, and then
And we are back with Everyone Has a Story and a very special friendship between two outstanding young men.
And now it's time for the song written just for the two of you and sung by the talented and beautiful Broadway performer Kate Baldwin. It's called All Alone.
We see them every day, but too often look away from the ones who are sitting alone. We seldom hear their voice because we make the choice to leave them right there all alone. We see them everywhere, but too often we don't care. We're lost in a world of our own. We rarely realize they're angels in disguise, so we leave them right there all alone. Can you imagine if hello was a word you'd never heard? Can you imagine if you'd never had a friend? Can you imagine if loneliness was all you'd ever known? It's more than we could ever comprehend. A world, a silent world, without a friend. But miracles can happen, sometimes they really do. And sometimes the miracle turns out to be you. When you embrace a stranger and show love you've never shown, you will make the greatest friend that you have ever known. Someone who used to be, someone who used to be, but now will never be.
Kate Baldwin, thank you so much. We will be back with more of Today on NBC.
Miracles can happen, sometimes they really do. And sometimes the miracle turns out to.
And we are back with Everyone Has a Story, honoring two very special young men.
Kate Baldwin just performed All Alone for Zach and Graham. Also with us is the gentleman responsible for that beautiful melody, David Friedman, and Dave Bellocchio,
sitting on the couch.
Says he never got to be on the couch before. This is the first.
Welcome to the couch.
You know, we've been doing this now since October of last year, and every time I say to myself, gee, are we going to be able to capture it, you know? But I looked over, and there was Graham, and he had tears in your eyes. Buddy, did you like your song?
Yeah, it was a little too sad.
And they come back, the kid, and he's crying. And then she's like, why are you crying? He's like, it make me sad, you know?
Oh my God.
David can you know, hey, all alone, babe. Yeah, we'll jazz it up next time.
There's a really good Stern segment
about it.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Like on
I don't want to fuck. Why didn't you cut in with that at the beginning? You
Now
fucking.
we just did a much shittier version of it.
Wasn't paying attention, and then I found out yeah.